All right. So again, you and I have talked, but I feel like this year the expectations are a lot different around Howell. Is that fair, or what are your expectations for this season? Probably the best way.
So it's. I mean, obviously, it's great to have other folks notice what's going on, and it's based off of the summer, the showcases in the summer, and then of course the fall league, that Heart League with Brighton, Hartford, Clarksville, the top schools, and so it's nice to have that recognition that people see it. We have kids in the MDHL, that helps too. So I think all of that does lead to very healthy expectations. I mean, I'm a glass half full type of person anyway, so I always think we're the best team, in the first week of the year. But we still have to prove it. I mean, at the end of the day, we still have to earn any kind of recognition that we get. We're not there yet, but we've got a lot of people coming back, and we have the same skill set, and you're more mature, you're better, mentally, physically. So we're excited about it.
So, I mean, how many years you've been with Howell?
So I've been with Howell 10 years. This will be my 5th year as the head coach.
5th. Okay. So, I mean, coaching, everything's a process. You're constantly building. The program, it's never a finished product.
Right.
What have been some of those pieces, some of those steps, maybe milestones along the way? Hey, we got a bunch of kids in the MDHL, or hey, we got a kid on Team Michigan. Like, what have kind of been some of those benchmarks for you guys in these 5 years?
So I think originally what we started out was we had a vision of trying to grow things within, and so we created a JV program. We call it our development team, much like the national team development program. The Metro Dreads have the development team program, and that's kind of what we took it from. And it's to develop kids. We want to develop our own and bring more, 9th, 10th graders in and have them an opportunity to play at the high school level. I mean, CC, Brother Rice, Georgia Lake, all those JV programs there are strong. And so I think that was the first milestone. And so we're now starting to reap the rewards. Our teams right now has, my gosh, I have to go back probably 7 or 8 kids that are homegrown, if you will. Yeah. I think that was a big thing. And then I think that builds on itself. So we do a summer skills skate, kind of a development type program where we invite 7th graders, 8th graders, all the way up to seniors, other districts if they want to come in. We open it up to everybody, and I think that helps bringing those younger kids saying, hey, you know what, I want to be a Highlander. So I think those are kind of the milestones, but when you talk about players getting into the MDHL, that was always huge. I mean, I've never really been a part of that group per se, because let's be fair, there are coaching groups that are involved in that more so than others. We've had good players, but our players just don't seem to gravitate to that, which is a shame. We tried to do that, and it just didn't cut it. But I think this year we had several players come out for that, and were selected, and I think that's really good to get the brand out, and I think that helps with the younger kids coming in. So yeah, I think, but I mean, at the end of the day, you know this, you're a coach, you've been around for a long time. You build it, they will come, but you have to have success. And right now we're kind of, we had success the first year I was there. We went to the Final Four, it was cut short with COVID. Who knows what would have happened? Regional finals, pretty much every season we go, and I think that matters with these young men, to see that. And, then have folks like yourself and all the rest that promote it. They like to see that. We're the TikTok group, right? So they want to see all that. So I think those are our milestones that we try to push and encourage these young men to get better. But we have some we got some good players, and I think this season is going to be a real huge milestone for Highlanders. I think we're pretty fat with kids coming up, 7th, 8th, 9th graders. So I think this group right here, the seniors, are going to be strong.
So we can wrap it up here, but
sure.
I'm just curious as far as this season, who to watch for, what can we expect from the Highlanders, what's going to be the identity of this team, and who are you going to lean on to kind of have that identity?
So that's a great question, and I think one of the benefits we got this year is we have a young man from played AAA as goalie. He's going to be a senior, and we've been courting him for a little while. He goes to Howell High School, and he's decided to come. I think that's going to be a big, huge help, because it encouraged the confidence of the rest of the team, have him in the net, and so we're excited about that. But we've got a number of kids that can score. If I'm going off the list, we have a Cade Catlin, who's going to be our captain. We have Joel Escalin, you've mentioned him before. Great score. We have a Tana Sove, who I think is under the radar, can light it up. And then let's just go into, we get Chad Pietro, who's going to be a sophomore, best freshman defenseman in the state, arguably, one of 2 anyway. And so, 19 points as a freshman. We expect a lot from him. I think our identity is going to be fast. I think we're going to move the puck very quickly. I think teams are going to have success of us when they clog up everything. when they try to tie us down, because I think we're going to be really fast out of the gate. We're going to move the puck real quickly. I think we'll get a lot of shots on net. I think there's the confidence we can escape the defensive zone quickly and not so much worry about, leaving something behind, because I think we're pretty solid on the net. Pretty happy about that. So I think our identity is going to be speed. It's Howell team. We have tenacity. We've got a group of kids that we love that are going to go out there and be very hard to play against. So I think it's kind of a combination, but I think our speed. I think speed, quickness, and moving the puck and goal scoring. I think we have some really snipers. Ben Hootery, you mentioned Ben. Unreal, right? And then Marco Wolf. I mean, I can go on and on and on. We've got some pretty strong goal scorers.
Good. Well, thanks, Coach. I appreciate it.